thinks you should have played Suleiman Wan more.
Well, like a dutiful grandparent, he listened.
Like a good Husky fan, that's what they all do. The Huskies moment on the garden floor. Colin and Rick and Ricky and Kevin all slowly take their steps off as Big East champs. Their fans are fervent. No one travels better in the conference than UConn. Amazing that St. John's, with all their New York City alums, the school being a few miles from here, this is their home floor, and there were more UConn fans in the building tonight.
So we were remarking about that before, and someone made a suggestion that maybe they got to the ticket window earlier.
We're talking about the Huskies Elite Eights, and our Mr. Perfect producer, Jay Rossman, reminds me, of course, how they got to the Elite Eight in the dream season of '90 against Duke. They beat Clemson on a buzzer beater, and Duke broke their heart in the Meadowlands. The walk-ons are going to come in, and Hamilton and El Amin will leave. Good team and a fun team to be around. I think I've had 9 or 10 of their games this year, and the kids are nice kids. They truly are. Polite, pleasant, enjoy what they do, enjoy their staff. Saunders with an up. Richard Moore, 35, and Ed Chinello, 25. The walk-ons who deserve their moment in the sun. On the floor, there's Chinello with a rebound. He'll be in Big East championship history. Foul him, let him get to the line. That'll be UConn ball here in the final 12 seconds. Rick will slap for Carl Hobbs, the 4th on the all-time assist total at UConn. He played for Mike Jarvis in high school. For the 8th time in 20 years, the #1 seed has won the Big East title. And for the 4th time in the 90s, the Huskies are the big dog of the Big East. Mr. Elmore, it's been a pleasure.
Mike, same here. Enjoyed it, and as always, very competitive tournament. Glad to be here.
Here's our final, 82-63. Remember, the WAC championship game comes up next from Las Vegas. Mike Tirico and Len Elmore. Thanking you for joining us all week here at the AT&T Big East Championships, a presentation of ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports. For more, log on to ESPN.com, part of the Go Network at go.com. 20 years of Big East history. Louis Carnesecca, St. John's with a couple of titles. 6 for Ewing and Thompson. Boeheim led Syracuse to a few titles. But tonight, the Huskies belong right on this stage. Jim Calhoun wins his 4th conference championship, led by a great point guard, a senior leader with guts, and a star who has designs of getting this team to its one more promised land, the Final Four. The Huskies win the Big East. We say goodnight from New York and send you back to Chris Fowler.
Mike, Len, thank you very much. The first 2 components of that hat trick now in place, the regular season championship, the ACC or the Big East Tournament Championship, but now the Huskies are really going to be judged on what happens from here on out. Will they get to the Final Four finally after 6 Sweet 16s in the 90s? Will they cut down the nets in St. Petersburg?
Well, after being #1 for 10 weeks, you know, the question is, do they become a #1 seed in the South or a #1 seed in the West? Well, usually the West has the Pac-10 and the WAC loaded in there. And you're still talking maybe Stanford, Utah, if they win tonight. Obviously, they're going to be the 3 seed out there. The South usually gets the power. And, boy, I don't know if Jim Calhoun wants to go down south because the potential of a physical team like Cincinnati or a North Carolina, Maryland from the ACC or a Kentucky from the SEC. These are all the questions. You want your team where it should be, but when you think with your brain rather than my heart, hey, I want to go west.
Well, UConn fans have felt the seeding sometimes unfair. Last year, as perhaps the highest rated #2 seed, they get the overall #1 seed, Carolina, in Greensboro in the regional final. They didn't feel that was all that fair. Next